Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Nexus Gaming Series Division D Grand Finals. This is it. This is the Grand Finals with me, your host, Mark Zombie. I've also got Brenda here with me. Yep, she's right there. Don't worry about Brenda. She's on my lap. We good. And of course, Lulu.
Hello, Mark. I also have a co-caster here with me. I got Luna. She's ready for this grand finals matchup.
Yeah, just sitting on your head there, ready to go. We've got a bunch of people in the chats, blowing it up already. Slexia, Greenfish, Fishy, ArrowRG, welcome. Yeah, we are just about to get into this. We're waiting for the last Randy Newman to slide his way on into the lobby, but I think we already got the maps locked in and good to go, Lulu. So we have the blue team, which is going to be Randy Newman banning out Dragonshire and Battlefield of Eternity. Meanwhile, Ban Cho is going to be getting rid of Spider Queen and Cursed Hollow, and they will actually be taking us to our first map in the best of 5 here, Volskaya Foundry. And yeah, these are the actually the top seed team from each division. So they made it all the way through, and here we are.
Here we are.
Now we you know, us casters, we need to kind of remain a little bit, you know, impartial. But you know, us being from the East, are you leaning towards, you know, do you have any favorites here, Lulu?
I would never admit to having any favorites, Mark.
The wise choice.
You know, it just so happens that one team really commits to their team name and the other one doesn't, but that doesn't mean I have a favorite here.
Yeah, you know, one of these teams may have eliminated us, the Nexus Cats, from the playoffs. You know. So
this is true, but you know, the crazy thing about that match is we played Cho'Gall against Bancho, so
yeah.
You know, that's just false advertising, and I'm not a huge fan, really. Whereas Randy Newman, you can really see the commitment. You got Randy Newman, you got Randy Newman, you got Randall Newman, Nandy Ruman, you know, which is just a whole bundle of Randys. It's commitment, and that's what I like to see.
Yes, absolutely. We have some more people trickling on in here. Ektar with, oh, it's a cute little emote. It's like some kind of like sheep thing. It's pretty nifty, Ektar. Welcome. And Special Kid Miles also here. Thank you guys for joining us. We're just waiting on the last Randy Newman. We'll be getting this underway. But it's gonna be a best of 5, so we're in it for the long haul. I know I've got my popcorn. Well, some of it's left here. So I'm ready.
Got the snacks, got the water, we're good to go.
Got the Brenda.
Yep, got the Brenda, got the Luna. Very purring Luna. She's very excited to have some more HOTS to watch.
Yeah, and you know, like I said before, these two teams, the number 1 seed. So going into playoffs, they both finished at the top of their division. I think I only have the standings for D West available right now. As we can see, Randy Newman did 26 points, but Bancho, you know, was right up there in D East. You know, I've had the pleasure of casting one Randy Newman game in the past, and they kind of scary. It seems pretty intimidating to draft against them.
Yeah, both these teams have pretty big hero pools at their disposal, and I know for Bancho, they dropped 2 games through all of the regular season. I know their match against Frankfurters went to 5 games,
Ooh.
so
Yeah,
It's possible, but they're really strong too.
Yeah, absolutely. Bancho, like I mentioned before, Lulu and I, we play in the Nexus Cats, in case anyone missed that. But we've had the pleasure of going up against Bancho a couple times now. And yeah, they're just overall a solid team that doesn't make a lot of mistakes. And like you said, they've got a pretty large hero pool. So I don't know if these kind of meme comps that Randy Newman is known for is gonna have an impact or not. We'll just have to wait and find out.
Yeah, Randy Newman said in an interview once that you can ban their meme stuff out, but then you just put them on all the meta stuff. So
yeah, this is very true.
It's the power of memes, Mark. Gives you so much more flexibility in your life.
Now, I introduced you as Lulu Hots, but I don't know, perhaps I should go by your new moniker, Lorandre? Level 3 half-elf druid in the Nexus Cats Dungeons & Dragons campaign over at TTV Mark Zombie?
I mean, yeah, who are you there, Mark? I mean, tell us about it.
Oh, me? Well, I just so happen to be a level 3 human warlock by the name of Melcia. Of Noble, of course. We just got started with that. Arthanaut running the campaign. We've had guests like Mongoose come on. We're bringing on more people from the NGS community coming up soon. So if you guys are into D&D, there's that. So, and it looks like... still just waiting on that last Randall Newman to slot in here. Might possibly be bringing in a sub. They did, start a timer kind of thing. People got work in the morning and whatnot. But yeah, Night checking in, dropping the support for Randy Newman. Whoa.
You know what else is coming up after all the grand finals finish, Mark?
Oh, I don't. I'm like a caveman. I live under a rock and barely check Discord. What would that be, Lulu?
Got a brand new off-season event coming at you from the Nexus Gaming Series, NGS Spam. It's ARAM, but Spam sounds a lot more fun.
Yeah, we've already got that spam emote in the Discord as well. It's perfect.
We've got 24 teams ready for that.
24 teams?
Yeah.
What? Oh my goodness.
Schedule will be coming out soon, TM, and that's gonna be a lot of fun in the off season if you're, looking to cast anything. There's gonna be a lot more action, even in the off season.
I might consider dipping my toes into a little NGS ARAM tournament. Sounds like it could be fun. Way to pass the time until we wait for season 9 of the NGS, which as we're kind of at the end of the season here, I always just kind of really appreciate this. This is the hype. These are the craziest matches to watch, the closest to the pro scene that we're gonna get, and huge shout outs to the organization NGS and all they do to bring us content like this and enable Lulu and I to do some casting. There is, of course, the NGS Patreon page, which may or may not get linked in the Twitch chat. If you guys are able to support in that way, and you would like to, they have some pretty stellar rewards, I would say.
Yeah, definitely.
One of them might even be something a little bit like this rubber chicken. You could get one of those.
There's no escaping the rubber chickens.
Oh! I smell the last Randy Newman. He's in. This is happening. The time where we are killing and waiting is over, as we are going into game number 1 on Volskaya Foundry.
Soon, TM. Oh.
Oh?
We got Bancho ready. Hey, and the Randys are ready.
3, 2, 1, let's go. I can't wait.
Ba-da-bum.
Volskaya Industries.
Volskaya Industries gonna be kicking it off in the best of 5. Have you, Lulu? I almost said Lorandre. I'm so used to your
Oh.
D&D character.
You're just in character all the time, Mousy.
Yes.
You know?
Now, have you gotten the pleasure of doing a best of 5 series this season?
I don't think I've. Uh-oh, we lost somebody.
Oh, boy.
That's a shame. That's a shame. But no, I think this is my first best of 5 ever.
Nice.
New to the casting game this season, so it's a whole new world. A whole new world.
You know, it's best of 5 is great. It's like the perfect length of time. It really gives you just that extra set of games to kind of build up the storyline and give teams to a chance to kind of try new things, maybe some off meta picks. You get a little bit more wiggle room.
I just want to point out in the chat, Randall Newman picked a whole bouquet of whoopsie daisies.
Yeah, wait, what? Picked a whole bouquet of whoopsie daisies. Oh, daisies like the flower. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, I was like, wait, what?
Looks like we had the wrong team with first pick.
Oh, right. And anyone in the chats, don't be shy. Please let us know. Who are you rooting for? Maybe maybe you're from the West Coast and you want to rep your side, or maybe one of these teams stomped you in the past and you want to root against them. But don't be shy. Feel free. Let us know.
Volskaya Industries.
As we are now gonna be entering the draft. Randy, new to the casting game, man, says NyQuil Fiend. NyQuil Fiend. I think that's a vote for Randy Newman. First ban here coming up for the Randys. What's it gonna be?
Gleaming.
Okay. Strong, strong pick. Lots of poke damage on the control points.
Yeah. Alarak ban.
Okay.
That's a smart ban.
Yeah, that definitely kind of leaning into Randy Newman. Like we said, they've got all those specialty heroes. Alarak is kind of, I guess, more of a standard ban, I suppose, if you know someone plays it. But Randy Newman taking out the Johanna. And then Deathwing. Yeah, seems good. Do have Ariel on the table. I don't think, she's seen as much priority after her most recent nerfs.
Yeah, eventually Blizzard accepted that Rez was in fact OP.
Yeah.
And so they've tried to fix it, and they may have actually succeeded.
First pickup, nothing crazy. Just an ETC, nothing to see here, Pretty standard.
ETC with a great skin.
Was it the cowboy one?
It was like the mariachi.
Yeah. Mariachi, that's right. They got rid of a strong tank and picked up ETC, so looking pretty good.
Every death comes on.
Victory for the Forsaken.
Bancho opening up with both assassins in the first round. Not especially common, I would say, at least from what I've seen, but
if you know what you want, you know what you want.
yeah, and 2 great picks nonetheless.
Ooh. Stukov and Kael'thas.
Yeah, I think at
Kael'thas-
this point, right, like both teams,
Never
they want to
flexible.
start strong. They want to get those picks.
Mm-hmm.
Can't go wrong with the Kael'thas. some enterprising caster could put up a poll. Well, I don't quite have access to the NGS chat bot, so I don't know if I'm able to do that. Else I would.
Arrow hoping for an all Archer team out of Bancho here.
Tyranda's, so there would be Tyrande. I was gonna say Rexar, but he's not really an archer.
Vala's got like a crossbow, right?
Vala, yeah. We do see the Ariel band from Randy Newman and then Malthael, which is kind of interesting.
Aw, the father and son team.
Yep, Varian, Anduin coming in hot.
Wait, who could stab the sword then? Anduin.
Oh, they both have it, right? Maybe it's like alternate timeline. Warlord's a drainer. Wait.
Yeah.
Oops.
I yearn for battle.
Imperious getting picked up. And,
Oh.
wow, Randy Nudeman gonna be grabbing the Samaru.
Gonna be nude men, because there'll be 3 of them.
Mhm. That's gonna be a lot of nude men dancing on the screen for us here on the official Nexus Gaming Series Twitch channel.
Cool. Hopefully they don't ban us.
And then the final pickup for Bancho. Gonna be Thrall. Okay.
To the horde.
Well, the drafts are in. It is final. We got the Lazy Hydra weighing in here saying Blaze is basically just a futuristic archer. I think you need a bow, right?
I don't quite get the science of that one.
Yeah. I haven't been to the Merriam-Webster page for the definition of archer, but I think that a bow would be involved. But that's good effort, Lazy Hydra.
Andy Ruman not
Whoa.
having portrait synergy here.
Lulu, would you look at that? We got a poll just popped up. NGS mods in the chat doing work. Thank y'all so much. Please make your votes, chat. Let's see them. And that was a incredibly fast load time as we are already in. And I know we kind of discussed this. Lulu and I worked this out off stream. I'm going to announce the Randy Newmans in the first game here of the best of 5 in the Nexus Gaming Series Division D Grand Finals, East versus West. The right side, the left side, the blue team, Randy Newman, and it's gonna be Nandy Ruman on the Kel'Thas, Randy Newman on the ETC, Randy Nudeman on the Stukov, Nandy Ruman playing the oh jeez, not like this. Randy Newman on the Stukov, and then there's also Randy Nudeman on the Samaru.
And for Bancho, they've got Quinal on the Hanzo, Skev 13 on Varian, Ronin on Thrall, Shusui on Sylvanas, and Bluestein version 2 on the Anduin.
Alright, let's hear it for these teams. They've worked so hard to be there, be here tonight. But someone is going home, a winner. And the other teams are kind of also winners, but this is just going to be East versus West, so only one can win that. So we see kind of both teams just doing a basic double soak. Oh, big power slide coming in from Randy Newman onto the Anduin. Some damage going out. That Nude Man in the bottom lane doing work against Thrall here. At this point, we've got Randy Newman moving over to the fortification camp nice and early, grabbing that turret. Bancho doing the same. Oh, Nude Man kind of getting cheeky. strutting around. Just providing vision, though. Oh man, the vision works. It's paying off. Randy Newman is invading here. A big old power slide and flame strike going out. Ronan is the first to fall. They're on the point contesting this. Oof. A nice life grip to pull Varian out. Hi, Poppy. So yeah, fantastic invade there, and I did see a nice use of the clone swapping ability from, is it Randy Newman?
Let's see, Arrow says poll results. 63% of chat thinks Randy Newman's got this one.
Whoa, okay.
We've redesigned
They're off to a
our
good start so
G-Dog
far.
for combat in the Nexus.
Yeah,
Prepare
so
to
that's
begin
pretty
field
close.
testing.
60, you know, 60-40. First control point here spawning up in just a moment. We've got some new folks joining us, getting active, getting involved in the chat. It's going to be Grim Barbs. It's going to be Scathar1. Welcome, you guys. Hope you're having a fantastic night, and thank you for stopping by and checking out this best of 5. But it's sure to be just an absolutely crazy series. I'm so excited.
Take control of it to pilot the map.
Control point is up. Bancho maintaining their position right now. But the Randys, they're coming in hot. They're looking for something. They've got 2 turrets. Just 2 turrets, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, also, is that Zhao Zombie? Zhao, am I saying that right? Zhao Zombie 93. Hey, what's up?
Joey?
Joey.
Zombie?
Joey. Hey, Joey Zombie. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. All of a sudden, Randy Newman in control. Power sliding in on the ETC. All the Randys on the point. Both turrets dropped. 60%. Sylvanas making quick work of those with the black arrow. All of a sudden, Anduin kind of caught out here. Blue Steen, is going to go down. Second kill going over to Randy Newman. Level 7s just came online for Bancho here.
Varian got speared and he just barely makes it out. He's fine.
Randy
Totally
Newman.
was totally fine until Samuro chased him.
Yeah, that's slippery nude man. Trying to find kills, but
You hate to see it.
Has taken
well,
control
you know,
of
I
the
actually don't mind.
Yeah,
I'm kind of
Fair.
all right with it. Oops.
too excited, Mark.
Yeah, I was kind of getting a little bit thirsty and just maybe almost spilled my water bottle, but we good, we good. Protector going to be going up to the top here, maybe trying to snipe that well. And they're just so close. Whoa!
What?
Kind of a suspect Q there. Maybe puts them a little bit out of position. They do get the well.
I don't think I've ever seen the Protector move that fast before.
Yeah, just kind of like slingshotted all the way around the wall. Now the Randys are making their way towards mid. Bancho kind of also following him here. We're just about 1 level away from 10 for both teams. Randy Newman is just strutting around. His buns, I can't even keep up with them. He's just everywhere.
Teams are really even right now on the quest for level 10.
Yeah, absolutely.
And all of Vancho's gonna go, so they make sure they can pick up the turret this time.
Got 10's right around the corner. Both teams kind of flirting with the support camp, maybe just getting vision, kind of posturing up there. Hanzo having to rip the passive, jumping over the wall. Level 10s, yeah, boom, they're online. Both teams, same time. This is the grand finals of D. Division D, Nexus Gaming Series Best of 5. Game 1. It's gonna be Mosh Pit, Wrath of the Angiris? Is that the pick? Is that the one? This is interesting.
Blade Master vanish.
As our coach would say, interesting ult choice from the Imperius. Let's see how it pans out.
We got a Pyroblast Kael'thas.
Yeah.
It makes me happy.
Maybe some kind of isolation combo there with the Pyro, the Wrath of Angiris. Yeah, and of course it's going to be Bladestorm. I'm not a Samuro player myself, but I do know that Bladestorm is a 25-second cooldown. So kind of a almost like a macro tool, letting you kind of clean up the lanes. Less of kind of a team fight wombo, but it's still going to be ready for those team fights as well. As we see both teams. Oh, and the Mosh Pit connects. Randy Newman going in and gets silenced, but oh, the light bomb and oh,
Hero slain.
Hanzo goes down first, but it might be a 1-for-1 trade as Kael'thas drops next.
Hero slain.
All of a sudden, the Randy Newmans kind of walking away unfavorably with this encounter here.
Yeah, we got 2 Randys down.
You know, I liked the Mosh Pit was very aggressive. It looked pretty good. He caught 2 with it. You know, fortunately,
Control the terminal and bring in the protector.
Shushi on the Sylvanas there was on point with that silencing arrow, kind of shutting that down real quick.
Yeah, and Anduin with the light bomb in there as well.
Yes. Oh yeah. Yeah, that extra CC and shielding gonna really help turn that fight. And I think I also saw Power Blast in the mix. It just happened so fast. I don't know. It's on cooldown, so
Something happened. Right now, everybody just wants to get level 13. Got Ronan and Randy Newman chilling in the offlane.
Walk with the wind.
yeah, I cannot take my eyes off of Randy Newman. There's just something about him. I can't quite put my finger on it.
It's his Blade Storm, isn't it?
I think that's it.
And look at that Hard Eyes mount. How could you not watch?
Everyone is just chasing after that nude man from Bancho here, as they are moving up to control point B. Going to be trying to make invade here. All of the ults are just about online as we have 5 seconds left from Mosh Pit. But Bancho, they are moving in. They want this control point. They dropped their turret. Looking for something here. Trying to make something with Taunt. Taunt and Earthquake.
Blade Master
Haven't really quite
vanish.
found a target yet. They do have some time left on the control point. You know, 10%. So it's kind of now or never. Big old Imperious Spear coming out, but the silence turnaround. Oh, amazing light bomb here. It's going to be keeping Varian alive, and the first kill is going over to Bancho. They get ETC down. Looking for more. The swipe connects. Hanzo has got just nothing
Hero
left.
slain.
The Nude Man falls.
The nude man's cheeks got clapped in that encounter here. Nice big old Imperious Spear, but it might cost him his life as that Randy Newman drops.
Man, Variance Protect in that fight got so much value. It's basically the reason Bancho won that fight.
Yeah, I think I saw, I don't know, like the Stukov, was there a gravity lapse and a Stukov silence, but then he was like protected through the whole thing? I kind of missed that.
Yeah, right after the Imperial Spear, he got protected, which let him live long enough for the light bomb to go off. And, you know, they turned the fight.
Yeah, and second objective here is going to be going over to Bancho. Kind of
And
marching
they've got
it.
the Sylvanas to help them with this push now.
Very good point. Yeah, Sylvanas is going to help them you know, get some
Or
value.
push in the off lane, I suppose.
Yeah, absolutely. You're going to be cleaning that up, that top forward up. Get those ever so satisfying periodic catapults. Can't get enough of those.
And also, Bancho is getting pretty close to 16 here. They've got about a level lead now.
Fantastic observation. They did creep ahead in XP. Randy Newman
Ooh!
getting a bit too cheeky. Oh, the snipe! So close.
Ooh, that was stressful.
Stressful indeed. 10 seconds remain. It's going to be the end of this protector, but they do have those 16s online.
The protector is overloaded.
Let's see
My
what,
team will be doing
you know,
best.
what, if anything, they do with it. I kind of guess maybe rotation towards support camp. They have a little bit of a window here. They're going to be go ahead, both teams grabbing their turrets.
Yeah, it doesn't look like Bancho wants to do much with this window they had there. But, you know, playing it safe.
Yeah, absolutely. They're kind of moving up towards top, but I don't think it's going to be enough time. They're going to go ahead and start it anyways. Varian, nice positioning here, looking for a taunt. ETC face checking in, taunt gets dropped, 40% heal. Damage goes out, the silence connects as well. The turret falls, but oh, light bomb.
Hero slain.
One kill going over to Randy Newman, another one. As all of a sudden, this is not looking so good for Bancho here, as they lose their turret as well. 3-for-0 trade in favor of Randy Newman.
It was a tough fight.
Yeah, it's always, you know, here we are high above the Nexus. And we see, you know, we have that ultimate, you know, we can see the map, we can see both teams, the vision, and yeah, it didn't look great, you know, a little bit delayed starting the support camp. You know, they tried to get some damage out into ETC, they dropped the Sylvanas arrow, but yeah, it was just seconds too late.
Yeah, and I think the Anduin light bomb went off right before the ET flash pit. I could be
Okay.
wrong.
Ooh. Randy Newman getting super cheeky back here, behind the forts. Just stealthing out, using that conveyor belt.
Maximum cheekiness.
Yeah, and the first fort just went down recently there. So Randy Newman now does have that catapult advantage. But Sylvanas for Bancho, she's gonna be maybe uh-oh. Trying to secure that. Double haunting wave does get dropped, but ETC, Randy Newman is there with a power slide. She's definitely not getting out of this one alive. Self-unstoppable. Pyroblast for good measure. And look at those ragdoll physics. Wow.
Red team has destroyed the fort.
All the while, though, Bancho getting some nice value down bottom, so Sylvanas, you know, buying her team some time, but the rotation is here. Randy Newman has arrived. Anduin Pull comes out. Oh! We didn't see that. We didn't see that mosh pit.
What mosh pit?
I'm not cringing really hard.
Oh, Varian's still in a bad way, though.
They can't quite get out of this one alive. As Varian goes down, Anduin falls. 3-for-0.
Father like son.
Randy Newman is firing on all Randys tonight, Lulu.
It's true. I mean, they always show up to a game Randy, Mark.
We got Bancho just trying to kind of poke, buy some time. Still 30 seconds remain with this disadvantage. Do have a little bit of a force pushing top, but we see Kael'thas here moving in to clear it. And, oh, by the way, Control Point C is online. I totally knew that.
It is, and Randy Newman is very, very close to getting their 20s here, which is going to make this difficult for Bancho.
I hope you brought your
Hero
parka,
slain.
Lulu.
Oh, what?
The Nude Man. He's gone. He's down.
Quinn on the Hanzo with the snipe, I guess.
It must have been. He's you know, been doing his target practice. He found the right Nudeman and he sniped it.
Yeah, this is very good timing for Bancho since they're having to defend this right now, down 20s. But they do have, they don't have to worry about the Nude Man for another 30 seconds.
Yeah, that's kind of best case scenario for them here. Like you said, they don't have the 20s, but they do have a 5v4, and it's gonna be enough to push away that protector. Let's see what they do next here. It is going to be death metal on the ETC. That is a scary option.
Deathmatch, deathmatch. Classic Death Goose line.
Oh, I see, I see. Just 30 seconds left on this protector, 21% HP, so probably not going to get too much else here as the 20s come online for Bancho. You know, it seems like, you know, Randy Newman has had some nice control, but as far as like the macro perspective, like the structures and the experience, you know, Bancho is still very much in this game.
Yeah, there's been some back and forth, but well,
Varian kind of extended here. The light bomb goes out, does not connect with anything. All of a sudden, he's gonna have to be pulled out. So a little bit was committed there. Nothing crazy.
Very nice check.
So we have
But
Randy.
no one's been able to get a really big advantage in this game so far.
Yeah.
Okay. Someone gets a lead and then kind of, oopsie, now it's not there anymore. But, you know, it's the even game you would expect from the two #1 seeds.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm super excited to be casting this, and I just can't wait to see the storylines that build up. Randy Nudeman looking for revenge on the Hanzo. Does not quite get it here, but Bancho is going to use this to possibly invade. But we do have the Randys responding. ETC moving in the backline. They do get the turrets. They're going to be getting out of this one, but oh, uh-oh.
The Nude Man body block.
Sign me up. And they're going to be walking away with that turret. So yeah, overall, pretty good, nice moves there from Bancho, but the Randys, they're not ready to turn down yet. ETC is on the flank looking for something. Trying to find that power slide. Does not quite connect. And the Mosh, though, it goes down. Silencing arrow. Oh man, all of the ults. The stuns. Randy's all of a sudden in big trouble as Kael'thas goes down. The swipe from Stukov is not going to be enough to save them to the death metal. Getting not really much value. Ooh. As the Randys fall.
Yeah, and we could be about to lose a fourth Randy?
Dropping the meme ults.
Oh!
And he gets a kill. Excuse me.
When you just deliver someone to your fort there, that makes them have a bad day.
Yeah, Hanzo had nothing to jump over. Poor little Overwatch hero with his low mobility. Needs buff. But yeah,
You really hate to see it.
Bancho, they still got their front line, they still got their healer, so they're going to be going, and the Sylvans, of course, they're going to be sieging up here. Only 2 Randys remain, for about another 10 seconds. Control point
Sort of
A.
with Nudeman.
Oh, yes. And here we've got control point A spawning up in just about 5 seconds. And this is going to be a very important fight.
Power routed to the terminal. Control it and you can pilot the protector.
Yeah, we should have everybody up again whenever the next fight breaks out. But when do they want to take the fight?
Just a soft poke onto the Nude Man. Nothing crazy.
And he's
Bancho-
so slippery.
Yeah. But Randy Newman, they are moving in onto this control point. They are committing a lot here. Everyone is online. All of the ults are available. And we're going to have a fight breaking out. 1 turret to nothing, so Bancho does have a little bit of advantage for the items. So I expect that to come online very soon here as Bancho tries to clear out the wave. Power Slide does not quite connect. ETC getting poked out. The root, though, looks pretty good. So much poke onto Randy Newman.
Yeah. Hanzo, big poke.
Yeah, he's shooting logs out of that bow. This Randy Newman is just being an absolute pest in the backline. Doing some poke of his own. All of a sudden, Varian is kind of in a tricky spot here. The Hanzo arrow gets ripped. It connects with 4 people. Uh-oh. The Inspirious ult coming out. Now, all of a sudden, Varian is isolated, but the Light Bomb goes out as well. ETC in the backline with a 1-2 person mosh. It is getting some nice value, but he is falling really low here, and he's actually the first to go down. The death metal is here. It's happening. Randy Newman cleans up, making this a 1-to-1 trade so far, but everyone on Bancho is so low. Ooh. Uh-oh. Oh my god, Randy Newman with the jukes. He cannot be touched.
Oh my gosh. He was under 100 health when he got out there.
Absolutely flashy plays, of course, from Randy Newman. And then, yeah, the Protector, by the way, it is going to the blue team. Sieging up middle. Still a 4v4.
And Randy Newman still has that siege camp pushing in the top lane as well to down the top fort, and it's
Oh, yeah.
still going.
Blue team has destroyed the fort.
Still about a minute remains on this Protector. But it's running out of life. Randy, I have to believe Samaru is going to be banned next game. I certainly would not like to be playing against that myself.
He's so slippery and so just annoying.
Yeah, looking at the hero damage dealt. He is at 76k, only 2 deaths, and he's been going pretty deep in a lot of these fights. 110k siege damage. So very effective as an offlaner. You know, controlling the lanes, clearing minions, doing hero damage. He's getting so much value on Samaru. Uh-oh, but he gets his cheeks clapped. The taunt, it connects. And Bancho is angry. They want Randy blood as they get the nude man down.
Yeah, now can Randy Newman get out here?
They're certainly
Thrall wants the
trying.
earthquake.
Ronan on the chase.
Oh,
Massive lag spike as ETC goes down. The death metal connects, but it doesn't quite matter. Play of the game gets ripped. Looking for something, they don't quite get it. Bancho is angry, and they are all of a sudden at a really good position. 5v3, long death timers, Sylvanas trait, be getting a keep of their own.
Red team has destroyed the fort. Blue team's core is under attack.
Arrow RG with some absolutely inappropriate humor in the chats. I don't quite understand it, but I think it's maybe inappropriate.
tell you when you're older.
And I think this is the core, maybe.
Maybe, but big double spear from Imperius there.
A nice swipe from Randy Newman. And they get a kill, but yeah, it's not enough. And Bancho is going to be walking away with game number 1. Div D Grand Finals. We are in the draft.
Arrow hoping for some juice on this map.
Okay, I could see it. I could get down with a little juice. You know, it's getting late for me, 10 p.m. You know, darn near my bedtime. Let me check my watch here. Yeah, so maybe some juice would help kind of wake me up.
No, I told the teams before we got into the first game that I wanted a good, clean fight with lots of cheese. So here's hoping for some cheese on this one.
Deathwing banned out. I was gonna read. Lazy Hydra has posed a philosophical quarrel here for us to ponder over. 3 pairs of skinny cheeks on one player, or one big pair split between 2 players. I'm lost.
There's the Samuro ban.
Yeah, especially on this map.
It does leave the Alarak open.
Yeah. And it's gonna be, first pick is gonna go over to, oh gee, picks by blue team. So red team, Bancho should have the first pick. So Samaro ban definitely, I think, had to happen.
Definitely.
Some respect, of course. First pick for Bancho.
Drum roll. ETC.
ETC. Okay.
Much less colorful.
That's Randy Newman took it first. In game number 1. So Bancho's gonna fire back and steal it away. We've also got Not Paradox TV joining us. Whoa. Wow. Welcome, Not Paradox. Welcome, welcome. Hopefully you're having a fantastic night. Of course, I mean, local celebrity, Heroes of the Storm YouTuber, streamer, caster, analyst extraordinaire, Not Paradox, everyone. Welcome. And there it is, Lulu. It's the Alarak.
For the nude man.
Yeah, is this a librarian comp, perhaps?
I had to remember what that means.
We've
it
got-
might be, Mark.
We got the silence from Stukov.
Oh,
Shh, 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 shh. Oh,
Abathur, you'll love to see it.
okay. I personally haven't, like, I'm excited, but I haven't, since I guess it was the XP Globes, I haven't really seen too much Abathur in my games, as a lowly gold player. I know there was kind of a big debacle with the Locust not soaking. I think he's still strong, but definitely harder to execute.
So I gotta admit, there was a point in the last game where you said Randy Newman, and I had heard Randy Newman so many times that Randy Newman didn't sound right anymore.
Well, Randy Newman is the name of the team.
That's true.
They also have Randy Newman, the player, that I believe the main tank.
I mean, Samuro was really the star of the last match.
Oh yeah, I could not keep my eyes off of that nude man. He's just slipping and sliding around. He was strutting.
Victory for the Forsaken.
His cheeks were moving. As we have a Numberrock and Sylvanas, it's kind of a partial library comp here. They have the silence from Sylv, Alarak, Stukov, and a Numberrock. I a tank player myself. I'm excited to see a Nub. Always been a strong option, kind of a risky pick, high skill, coordination to execute. Ooh. Ariel Thrall. So the Bancho, we got their draft. Looking pretty darn good.
The wait is over.
And then Cassia. Okay. It's a bit of a, what do you make of that, Lulu?
I don't know.
So
That's one we haven't seen a whole lot.
I do have Hero's profile open right now, so I think I should be able to check on their Cassia play. And how much they picked it up. They played it 6 times and have an 83% win rate. Well, how about that? Well, yes, we are moving into game number 2 in the best of 5 Nexus Gaming Series Division D Grand Finals. And Lulu, I am going to let you go ahead and do the honors of introducing Randy Newman.
If you wish to live.
Well, thank you, Mark. So for Randy Newman, we've got Randy Newman on the Anubarak, Randall Newman on Sylvanas, Randy Newman on the Alarak, Nandy Ruman on Cassia, and Randy Newman on Sukov.
Phenomenal. And on the right side, the red team hailing from the east. It's going to be Ban Cho with Ronan on the Thrall, Quinal on the Hanzo, Bluestein V2 on Ariel, Shusi on Abathur, and Skev13 on the ETC. I think we both nailed those intros.
100%.
And yeah, Sky Temple. I don't know if I've cast a Sky Temple, to be honest.
Yeah, it's not one that comes up a whole lot. Gets a lot of unnecessary hate. Because the hater's gonna hate.
Yeah, I don't know what it is about it. I maybe like just because the objective is so strong, or you don't really need to. You get partial credit every second you're standing on it. You're getting towered. You're getting structure damage. So it's not like, you know, you only get structure damage if you complete it. But something about it just seems to, the buildings just fall apart and melt like butter.
Shout out to Ektar of the Nexus Mareeps in the chat.
Oh, well, welcome Ektar of the Mareeps. Hope you're having a nice night, Ektar. Now, I don't really like to weigh in on the whole Mareep versus Wooloo thing. But it's okay if you're a Mareep fan, Ektar. Nothing wrong with that. I'm actually pretty good friends with a lot of Mareep lovers.
That's right, you are, Mark.
Randy Newman, look at the cojones on them as they are moving in for another invade, just like last game. Looking for something. Enough burrows in, does not connect with the stun. All of a sudden, they're gonna have to back out here. Not quite successful in the invade, but they didn't really lose much.
Oh, we got some poll results, Mark.
Oh.
This time, Ban Cho with 57% of the votes.
Oh, so it done swung in the other direction.
Yeah, and also, Zero pointed out, chat was wrong game 1. So we'll see this time if they know what they're talking about.
Oh, hey, Amanda Pandemonia, Punjabi, you're too kind. Too kind. Hopefully you guys are having a nice night, wherever you may be.
Soon they shall pass in
Quinn is kind of getting in a lot of trouble here. The silence goes out, the slow, and gets clapped. First blood going over to the Randys. Right before this first temple phase.
Abathur living so dangerously there.
Yeah, I was interested to see how that was working. They've basically had the Abathur solo top the whole time, and I think Sylvanas has been, pushing against him, and just got that first tower down. So we see Ban Cho moving up to the top temple. Meanwhile, Randy Newman on the middle temple. Just a 1-for-1 trade. Both teams soaking lanes. But Randy Newman actually stepping up. They've split their forces. They've got three top, 2 mid. And it looks like it's paying off.
Yeah, tough for Ban Cho right now being down a body. The little slug is doing the best he can to soak in the bot lane.
Yes, absolutely. Level 7's online for both teams. Yeah, Randy Newman looking pretty good. They've got
From my temples.
some structure damage lead there. Yeah, and I think Abathur, you kind of want time to pass, especially, you know, level 10 when you can even out those fights with the clone.
Right. Got 5 bodies again, and one of them can just kind of go balls to the wall because, lol, it's a clone. Who cares if it dies?
Yeah, and I feel like, you know, it's so early in the game, but I feel like this is kind of like typical Ban Cho, where they don't start necessarily like strong. It's not bad, but they don't start like oppressive. But they never seem to like, you know, they don't lose their cool. A little bit of a
Yeah,
fight
there's-
for the vision.
Bancho just you know, does their thing.
Nobody is choosing to die for vision tonight. What a shame.
You hate to see it.
Listen.
Oh,
Oh my, what?
oh. This is why Alarak was banned game 1,
Yeah.
by the way.
But-
Randy Newman is terrifying on Alarak.
I'm so sorry, I completely missed that. But yeah, Randy Newman and Shushi have been just at each other's throats,
Oh,
trading kills left
Cassia.
and right. But oh man, the big old sounds coming from Stukov. The stun connects, but it's not going to be enough. But Randy Newman is so healthy, and they're going to be getting those so satisfying periodic catapults. Meanwhile, the Newman strikes again, streaking up in the top lane, getting himself a fort.
Yes, Bancho now down 2 forts here.
My magic
They are
grows in the
currently
temple.
still very close in XP for this race to 10.
Do not let these mortals.
Yeah, the Randys will have it for just a few moments. But Bancho is pretty much ready. They've got their ults. They have the ultimate evolution. So Abathur kind of can show up at any point. Skev in the backline on ETC going in, looking for something. He may have found Randy Newman. But oh no, it's actually going to be another rock that goes down. 1-for-1 trade here so far as Hanzo drops, and now Cassia as well. Blue Steen somehow, 40 HP. What even happened there? Okay, so a 2-for-1 trade in favor of Bancho. Wow. So close.
But by the way, resurrects.
Oh, by the way, Resurrect, is it happening? Did it happen?
Yeah, Hanzo is back.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, and it's all of a sudden swung into Bancho's favor here.
Has been expended. You are stronger than I believe.
I missed who got
Might
cloned.
be in danger. It's out. Oh, that's
Meanwhile, Randy Newman starting off the Bruiser. And yeah, there's still, you know, we did see Bancho walk away. Got that fight under control, but Randy Newman still has 1, 2, count 'em, 3 forts still standing. Whereas Bancho has dropped 2.
yeah. They were. Bancho really needs to get one of these towers down because they get, you know, the Abathur helps with the soak, but not if you're down 2 forts. Oh, Randy Newman on the boss right now.
Yeah, this is
I
nice,
think
safe call. They can at least see Thrall, and I think they saw Ariel up top. They do have vision now, but the boss is just about done. Skev on the ETC, yep, backing out. Gonna have to give it. Nice boss pickup for Randy Newman. Oh my goodness, the librarians. Shh, 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 shh. Hanzo goes down.
Grows within the temple.
Explosive
Hanzo gets
power.
deleted.
Yes.
In my
Serve the dark.
Absolutely. And right before this next temple phase, fortunately death timers are short, so he will be... Oh no, he's rezzed. How about that?
Yeah, he got rezzed. Brawl up in the top lane, getting some siege for the side of Bancho, but they do have a boss and 5 Randys coming to their door now.
Sylvanas also available here. Going to be dropping those turrets. The Black Arrow. Thrall has backed. Looks like Randy Newman is just gonna, play it safe here. They've got a big wave top they need to clean up. They got the temple spawning bot and mid, so not much more to gain. See how they do this split here.
The work Thrall did in the top lane really paid off because they still had that big camp that Randy Newman had to go back and take care of, so it didn't make it to their keep.
And now it looks like both teams converging onto this bottom temple. ETC is still kind of late to the party, but ults are coming out. There's the bouncing lightning ball. It gets a kill onto Thrall as Ronin goes down. Cocoon gets dropped on ETC. Randy Newman is in pretty complete control. There's another rock burrows in, gets a nice 2-combo stun. ETC meanwhile in the backline falls. Ragdoll's off the edge of the map. Yeah, and all of a sudden, Randy Newman is kind of back in control.
Very much so. And they're getting close to their 16s. Gonna have pretty decent window here where they have it and Bancho doesn't. And also 2 keeps down.
Ooh, yeah, this is I think Ektar Ektar weighed in with some insight on the Sky Temple debacle here. People dislike Sky Temple because of how the objective works. Almost a timer on how long games can be due to the way the objective damages buildings directly. Yes, exactly. Yeah, every moment that you are standing on a point is doing structure damage, unlike most maps where you need to kind of complete it or...
Still not a bad map.
No, there's worse maps, for sure. Randy Newman kind of positioning aggressively here.
Ooh,
looking for Ronin. The slug does not... the pustule does not get popped. He's gonna get out alive.
Bancho's still looking for 16s here. Getting closer. Dot, dot, dot.
Randy's moving up, getting control of the top portion of the map again. Maybe looking for an invade here. The 16s are online, but they're still feeling pretty confident about this one. Hanzo Arrow goes out, getting vision.
Bancho has 16s, and they really want this fight right now.
Yeah, it seems like this is going to have to be... They probably should abort here. Hanzo Arrow gets ripped, does not connect. ETC sliding in. There is the Abathur clone, but the silence does not quite make it out. Sunder gets dropped as well, but it's a 1-for-0 trade as the Randys are looking for more. The Cocoon gets popped. Another silence. Bancho does pick up a kill. 2-for-2 trade here so far. Self-resurrect does go down. Nice flailing swipe from Randy Newman. Yeah, and the Hanzo stepping up, and it is paying off as he snipes the bug. So much poke damage from that hero. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so, with the help of Ariel self-rezzing from the dead, turns out to be a pretty okay fight for Bancho there.
Yeah, this feels like typical Bancho, where it looks like they're maybe a little bit behind and kind of in a rough spot, but they just persevere, get a pretty decent fight. They are down 2 keeps, but at least they're getting should be walking away with another fort here.
Yeah, Bancho did get some kills there, which let ETC hang back, clear out all the minions that were pushing into the core, and Bancho gets the top temple for free.
You have stolen enough of my temple's power. Return to your war.
Yeah, let's see what they do now. This is kind of an interesting point because no one objective just ended. No one has a talent tier advantage. So let's see if Randy Newman decides to be aggressive. It looks like they're kind of stepping up. Meanwhile, Anub'arak maybe setting up for the next move. Going to be invading the bottom camp. But Bancho, they know what's up. I don't know if they can get there in time.
Bancho, no.
Nice little push away from Randy Newman. It's going to be enough for them to secure the camp. Yeah, I think it's just now it's a waiting game till 20.
Yeah, and Bancho sitting 3/4 of a level behind, so they've got some work to do.
Yeah, and this is enough pressure on the map for the Randys to start the boss camp. Bancho knows it. They're maybe trying to contest. They're moving in. ETC meanwhile is split. No stage dive, but there is Sundering is available. Oh wait, no, there is stage dive. I'm a big dummy, and there is the Hanzo arrow. Goes down. The massive swipe from Randy Newman, but oh man, ETC clone in the back line, and Bancho walks away with the boss steal and 2 kills. Oh my goodness.
Bro Pit lives.
I suppose I didn't quite pay attention to the alt choices, 10 minutes ago.
There is a lot going down on the core for.
Yeah, we've got Ronin backing up to defend that. I thought it was a bit fishy when ETC was going to clear a top wave and the rest of the team was going towards boss.
Yeah, same.
But yeah, turns out hey, they picked stage dive like 10 minutes ago, and also they had Sundering, which is fantastic. Those kind of tools allow you to make crazy calls like that.
Galaxy brain call.
Galaxy brain, indeed. Big Chungus, so to speak.
Oh, but now Hanzo, probably about to have
stuck
a
in a
bad day
cocoon
here.
here. Sundering is up, but
the
the silence. Oh, gonna go ahead and save the Sundering,
Pick it up.
maybe. Yes. Stage dive gets ripped. The resurrect gets popped though, and no sweat, no biggie. It's 5v5. What are you talking about?
Easy. It's a very fast Hanzo boy for 4 seconds. That light speed from Ariel.
Oh, they didn't take the fly. What? What is this? Div D? Not going for fly?
Yeah, it's real hate. You hate to see it.
But yet, Bancho, impressive play here as they're turning this around. It was once down 2 keeps to a lot of buildings, and now it's they're only down 1 keep. And they're maybe gonna go on the aggressor here. Pretty nice control over middle and bottom. Vision is getting sniped by the Randys. Fishy weighing in. I believe in the Randys. We've got Daily Piggins weighing in for Big Chungus. Welcome, Daily Piggins. Hope you're having a nice night. As we are in the second match of the D Grand Finals on Sky Temple. How about that? But thanks for stopping in.
Yeah, Daily Piggins from the Frankfurters, who Banjo played in the last round.
Yeah, actually,
Took as many games off of Bancho as Bancho had lost all season.
yes, so fantastic from the Franks. But here are the possibly the last objective of the game. top and middle temples are spawning up. Bancho in pretty nice positioning here in the middle of the map. Meanwhile, Randy Newman going off to regain control over top. Looks like Bancho sending Thrall down to clean up these giants, which should have time for. Hanzo stealing a few shots from the top temple.
Red team has crushed a fault.
What's that? Is that a... Do I smell a turd herder in the chat? What's up, turd? Welcome.
They're a busy day of turd farming.
Blue team has
Gotta farm up those turd nuggets. Bancho, they've popped the clone. They're moving in. A lot of damage going out onto the Inaba Rock. But a big old silence from Randy Newman on the Alarak. And this is looking kind of devastating for Bancho, but it's a 1-for-1 trade here so far. Death Metal is popped. Hanzo trying to clean up, looking for some damage, does secure a kill, but it's another 1-for-1 trade. Rez is still available. ETC is now up, and he's so fast. What is this real life? It's a 2v2 now. They do have that Abathur hat. Ronan trying to finish up Randy Newman on the Alarak, and he does get the kill. And they're gonna maybe get the bug as well. Nice stun. And the movement speed from the W is gonna get him out alive. And yeah, what a fight was that.
Yes. A lot just happened there. And Ariel Rez again coming in big there, even though she ended up dying after.
Big Chungus Ariel Rez.
Yep.
Yeah, Bancho. They are somehow turning this one around. The late game strength of the Abathur and, like you said, the Ariel Rez.
Yeah, at 20, even with the increased cooldown to her resurrect, you can have it back every 50 seconds if the person you res stays alive.
Oh.
So.
Is that how that works? Resurrects next recharge is 100% faster? What? Oh,
yeah.
While a resurrected ally remains alive.
So if they stay alive, instead of a 100-second cooldown, it's a 50-second cooldown.
But if they die, it then like jumps the cooldown back up or something?
It recharges like at the normal rate.
Okay.
So it just recharges twice as fast while they're still alive.
Interesting. There's so much text on that. Well, I guess not really. It's just 200% movement speed and then that. But pretty nifty. But yeah, everyone is up. Only the cores remain. Those are the only structures on the map. 22 minutes into game number 2 in the best of 5 D Grand Finals.
What a big comeback from Bancho on this one so far.
Yeah. I think looks like Bancho is just going to be going for the bruiser, but Boss is got to be on both these teams' minds. They see it up. The Randys scouting it out. Bancho scouting out with the Abamines. One temple in the bottom in 30 seconds. Nice positioning from the Randys. They kind of have
Beetle's been spotted.
Oop.
And he's been spotted again.
Taking a little bit of damage. Gonna have to back up here. But yeah, Randys are in good positioning. They have control over the lane. But there is decent waves pushing in mid and top that will have to be addressed. But this I don't know if there's time because 2 seconds until this temple spawns.
So we got all the people, all the ults.
Yeah, everything. Let's see if we can cover this. As the Beetle is taking a lot of poke damage. Cocoon gets ripped. He burrows in. He gets a stun onto Hanzo. They're trying to find something. Sundering goes down. Ariel is silenced. ETC in the back line. Skev trying to secure something, but oh my goodness, Cassia, that thing just keeps bouncing in a big 4-person death mosh. It was a 2-for-1, but there was res that went out, so it's a 1-for-1 trade here so far, and Bancho is gonna be securing another kill and probably walking away with this this team fight. Oh my gosh.
Ariel, no.
All of the heroes are being slain on the map, just about. And it looks
That
like
looked so bad for Randy Newman.
yeah.
What?
I guess Sylvanas there just cleaned up at the end, but a lot of core damage is going out. I don't know if she can do this.
Yeah, she's fine. Everything
21%.
is fine. Cassie is not healthy enough to take the temple right now.
Yeah.
Ooh, and she really needs to stay away from that Abathur. That's not gonna go well. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that was a fight, and here's Shushi on the
Oh
other
no!
third. Whoa, whoa, whoa! What is this? What is this? What? Oh my gosh!
Oh, and the ETC with the stage dive.
That's game number 2 going over to Bancho.
Oh, that's such a feels bad for Randy Newman. No.
Slexia says, "What am I seeing? I was hoping you could tell me."
Let's go. Boosting really does not mess around when he's doing his countdown.
Yeah, it just starts. His APMs are off the charts with that countdown. Brenda's sleeping in the kitchen right now. No Brenda. Oh, dang. I was gonna maybe set up a Brenda cam, but she didn't want to cooperate tonight.
She is the ruler of your house, so that is fair.
Ruler of my house.
Your heart, really?
My heart.
Sorry, Amanda.
This plane of existence that we call life. First ban from Bancho. It's Deathwing. No surprises. I kind of predicted Johanna maybe, if at least we're following trends, or maybe they leave it open in hopes they might get it.
So
Or-
here's the bigger question mark. Bancho gets one more ban. Do they ban Alarak or Samuro?
I think they banned Samaro. Randy Newman's Alarak was pretty sexy, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if I can say that on the official Nexus Gaming Series Twitch channel, but I could not keep my eyes off of Randy Newman. And they can't have
Yep.
his buns in here. He's banned.
I mean, I guess that's fair. You know, you've got one Alarak versus 3 Samuro.
Mhm.
Just take the one evil instead of the 3.
Randy Newman, they got one more ban here. What's it gonna be?
Do they ban Nariel?
See, I had this whole bit where I was gonna like,
Hey!
oh,
Look at that, I was right about something.
I had this bit where I was gonna like, eat some popcorn and maybe like just get it all over, and then, but Amanda ate all the popcorn, so now I'm here. She's
I was
just
gonna say, this sounds like some kernels, Mark.
all that's left is kernels, and I mean, but I don't blame her though, because this has been, I've been on the edge of my seat, so I mean, this has been some top tier entertainment.
Yeah, I mean, if I had popcorn, I'd be eating it too.
And Bluestein is going to be on the Ana. Meanwhile,
Oh, there's that Mal'Ganis that got 3rd ban last time.
Ooh.
I like that Hanzo skin a lot.
yes, and
From
Randy
the new-
Newman on the Hanzo, stealing it away. And we got a haha coming out in the draft chat. Quinal says haha. So I don't know if that's in response to them taking the Hanzo or what's going on, but
I mean, that's what he played the first 2 games.
yes, they are getting involved.
Ooh, Malthael. Oh, I like that skin too. Everybody's got good skins.
Mhm.
Did you know that having synergy between your skin and your mount makes you better at the video game? Fun fact.
Yeah, and if your portraits match, that's also bonus points.
That's true. I did notice, I don't remember, one of the Randys has not had portrait synergy with the rest of the team, and maybe that's why they've been, you know, struggling a little bit here tonight.
Yeah, they've looked really strong. I'm kind of worried though because like Bancho has been shown that they can stay in it even from, you know, a deficit, from being behind, and this is the map that's what kind of Towers of Doom is all about. It doesn't really matter until the last shots fired. So I would love to get more games. You know, I'm not tired at all. I don't need to go to bed for work in the morning. I would love to stay up later and cast Heroes of the Storm. So I kind of gotta vote Randy Newman maybe.
Yeah, and the Stukov getting banned by Bancho there,
Good
which
choice.
is what Randy Newman's played the last 2 games. So now they get the Anduin.
Yep.
Bring the mega death.
ETC Kalthas. Okay. Strong draft. That is a scary draft.
It really is.
That's kind of terrifying from Bancho. Let's see what Randy Newman takes for the final pick.
Butcher!
What? Oh my goodness.
You love to see it.
It's Randall Newman on the Butcher, ladies and gentlemen. This now we have is this is I'm just checking the hero's profile. They have played Butcher 3 games this season, and that is 100% win rate, by the way.
I mean, you know, this is potentially the last game of the season for Randy Newman. You really want to see him go down swinging, and boy, is Butcher a way to do that.
And I kind of I think this may be what they need. It kind of leans into they've been ahead in the early game. They've you know done some big invades. They've got some picks. So Butcher kind of makes sense if they can kind of keep that up and maybe try to snowball out of control.
Prepare yourself for
We will have to find out as we move into game number 3, the Nexus Gaming Series Division D Grand Final event. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Grand Finals. And we will leave it to Lulu to announce this blue team here, Randy Newman.
Yes. So for Randy Newman, they have Randy Newman on Mal'Ganis, Nandy Ruman on the Jaina, Randy Newman on the Anduin, Randy Newman on the Hanzo, and of course Randall Newman on the Butcher.
And on the right side, the red team hailing from the east, it is Bancho with Quinol on the Kalthas, Bluestein B2 on Ana, Skev13 on ETC, Ronan on Malthael, and Sushi on that other hero. It's gonna be Sylvanas there. How about it? Bancho, ladies and gentlemen, give it up. The poll should be going. Who wins game 3? Take your time and vote.
But like, not too much time because there's a timer on those things.
Yes. Please vote. Please vote quickly.
Please
Don't take your
vote.
time. Yeah, just please vote.
Oh,
A little bit of damage
Ronan
going on
in
to
a bad
Ronan.
way here.
Oof. So close for some fresh meat for Randall Newman. Bancho going to be opening up with their Sapper Camp. Nice and early. Like to see it. Sylvanas rotating up just to secure that. Butcher playing safe. Just getting the meat from the minions. Oh, but it's Bancho that's actually going to be invading, mixing it up here. Nice big sleep coming out for Randy Newman on the Mal'Ganis, but he stepped a little bit too far and he goes down. And now Bancho is moving in and stealing the Sapper. Yeah, really kind of mixing it up there.
Yeah, tired of getting invaded on at the start of games. Bancho just said, nah, not today. Or, you know, not this game.
Yeah.
Twice today.
Yeah, this is looking pretty good for Bancho. They've got the Sylvanas, they got those sappers, the front wall is down, they got some damage out into the Nude Man.
Oh, but can they get out here? Quinal maybe in a bad spot. But
No
he's
follow-up quite from the team.
And Andy Ruman getting bullied a little bit by Malthael in the top lane.
Yeah, the top lane Jaina, they're kind of paying a little bit for that. But first triple altar phase is spawning. Yeah, let's see how these teams split up here. Typically, you kind of have the solo laners grab their respective top lane. It might be a little bit interesting with the Jaina, but majority of the team is congregating around the bottom altar. Randy Newman in pretty nice positioning.
Forth and claim the altars in my name. The Raven Lord demands it.
Randy Newman on the channel. Nice interrupt. First interrupt coming out from Ana. Ooh, there's the charge from Butcher. Another interrupt from the Kael'thas. Meanwhile, Randy Newman falling a little bit low on the Mal'Ganis. Ooh, Sylvanas going in deep here.
Mal'Ganis
no.
also in deep, and
13 HP, he goes down.
Kael'thas bomb. Oh, killing to Ana too.
Randy's do pick up a kill, but at what cost as the Butcher goes down?
You hate to see that. That's meat lost.
A little bit of a meat setback here. Still, 51 stacks ain't bad.
Destroy the Raven Lord.
Just kind of being safe. It's not going to be as easy to get those, early game picks against such a strong team.
Got the poll results here, Mark.
Oh.
50-50 tie.
Wow, chat was like, "Hey, we got a 50% average. Let's not risk anything." Thank you everyone who voted. We do appreciate that.
Oh, this double soaking Malthael gon' get ganked.
Oh, nice pickup from Randall Newman, getting a little bit of meat.
Yeah,
Meanwhile,
but it does allow Bancho to get his camp again in the bot lane.
double sappers with Sylvanas gonna be marching down the bottom lane. Randy Newman rotating in to respond.
So not many of the sappers are gonna get to do anything exciting today. They just have a bad time.
Randall going in, he gets stunned from the ETC, kind of booped out of place here. The pull comes in. Yeah, experience is dead even. 2 to 3 kills. 1 altar spawning up in 10 seconds here.
Oh, Malthael's gonna get bullied again.
Randall Newman getting some more meat on the Butcher. Nice pickup right before this altar phase. Should be enough for the Randys to secure it, I would think. But not quite moving in yet. Nandy Ruman on the channel. Nice sleep from Bluestein's Ana. Second channel is interrupted. Butcher going in. He's locked on Ana. He's trying to get some damage out. Nice stun from Mal'Ganis. The living bombs are spreading though. They got to be careful here in this narrow choke, but they get 2 kills. More meat, please.
Oh, Malthael's back just in time. Feel bad, man.
It's got to be a good feeling for all the Randys in chat as they just pick up 3 kills and an altar and level 10s.
And Butcher at 171 meat, by the way.
So just about 1 more kill will do it, I believe, for that quest there. Moving up to the top lane with Jaina. Big meat explosion for the Butcher.
Hungry Butcher. Let's see, yeah, now 191. So this game's about to get less fun if you're Bancho. It might already be less. Oh.
Yeah. Oop. Ronan kind of getting
Juking the Hanzo.
the stun goes out. The damage from Mal'Ganis is enough. But at what cost? Because he's falling really low. Nice pull from the Ana. The living bomb doesn't spread. And Butcher's completed his quest here, ladies and gentlemen.
7 minutes and 13 seconds in. He is a mostly full Butcher. You know, he'll still eat if it's the blood of his enemies, but you know the minions don't really do it for him anymore.
And it looks like there's going to be a little bit of trade scenario going on as Randy Newman is going to drop this bottom fort.
Red team has
Meanwhile,
destroyed
Butcher
the
in the
fort.
top lane getting that camp.
Once more, the altars rise from the depths.
Yeah, Altar's spawning up 20 seconds. Nice positioning for Bancho. They got a good advantage with that bottom altar. Uh-oh, Randy Newman does pop the bats. But Butcher in the backline with a big silence lamb to the slaughter. He gets a kill, but the mosh pit connects, and there's a Hanzo arrow. It's a 1-for-1 trade here so far. Anduin ult's coming out, and Butcher gets another one down, and he's charging non-stop. He's looking for Kael'thas. He gets it. Randall Newman with a quad kill, but he pays for it with his life.
Hero slain.
And it's an ace.
Red team dominated.
Oh my gosh.
Randy Newman picking up the ace, getting the objective here. They're not quite. Oh, they are going to delay it.
Blue team
Smarter
has
move.
destroyed a
Going
fort.
for the delay.
Yeah. And also shout out to Anduin with that big game
Yes.
bubble to save his team there.
Yes, Randy Newman's Anduin. Fantastic. Lot of high impact ults in that team fight. The Hanzo arrow, the mosh pits. Like you said, the Anduin ults. It's crazy.
Randuin.
14-12, so the Randys do have a talent tier for just a moment longer. Uh-oh, Kael'thas kind of rotating in to Randy Newman here. The root connects as well, and he's kind of in trouble. Big healing coming out from Bluestein. It's going to be enough to save him.
They are still missing 13s for Bancho though. They're down 2 full levels at this point.
Jaina is in the top lane. Oh, but Randall Newman don't care as he drops Kael'thas in the back. Fighting over this control point here. Oh, the heal. Can he get in it? He can't. Can't quite make it, but Hanzo is cleaning up. It's a 3-for-1 trade. I believe they started that fight without Jaina. She was quite the distance away. Yeah, Altar's spawning up here.
Ooh. Yeah, and this isn't getting any easier for Bancho. Down 2.5 levels, down the 16 talent tier, and down in bodies is this.
Yeah, the kind of the XP has a little bit spiraled out of control as Randy Newman has 15 kills.
Your powers will be more great.
15 to 6 kills
Like all
here.
the others.
Water Elemental, I like it. Nice zoning, taking a little bit of damage here. Boot back, interrupts the sleep.
Yeah, and really Randy Newman is buying time for Butcher to get back in.
And here he is, he's ready. He's looking to charge a Hanzo arrow, connects with 1, 2, 3 members in the Jaina cleanup.
The altar is ours. Fire.
Securing the first kill. Oh. And Randall Newman claims another one.
Another one.
And this is gonna be a boss. This is gonna be a boss call.
Yeah, a very easy boss call. No chance of a throw on that one.
$17-13. My goodness gracious.
Heroes. I
Bancho
hope you turn on
to
your outro and leave the
very
battleground consent.
large levels
Use
away
it
from
well.
getting to 16.
What? I mean,
Getting that talent parity.
I'm open to my tunnel as well.
We've got Arthanu weighing in, the Dungeon Master of the Nexus Cats D&D stream on TTV Mark Zombie every Wednesday. He's saying, give me game number 5. Mark doesn't need sleep. Well, thank you for looking out for my well-being, Arthana, because there is nothing I would rather do than continue casting Heroes of the Storm. With my good friend
Here's
Lulu
the Storm Div D action.
here. Yes.
The best div.
But welcome, Arthanu. Welcome, welcome. Stay a while.
Has destroyed
Maybe grab a warm beverage, maybe some tea and a blanket, because we looks like we might be going to game number 5, but it's not over yet. We know Bancho for their ability to kind of stay in it. Triple altar phase might hurt, especially being down a bell tower.
If Bancho can come back in this game, they absolutely deserve to win the series
Yes.
here. Because they are in a very bad way at the moment.
Let the grave
Randy Nudman, he's got his eyes on the prize as he's sniping. Oh, the interrupts. Back and forth. Just being such a bully here. Butcher in the backline with a land to the slaughter on Sylvanas. She's not going anywhere. But back to the altar. And another kill. Malthael pops the nano boost. But amazing Anduin ult coming out here, denying so much damage. Bluestein and Ronan in a lot of trouble as Butcher is cleaning up kill after kill. 320 meat.
Yeah, so Bancho took that fight down 16s.
Yeah, I
This is a 3.5 level deficit.
yeah, it's we're almost
Not-
at a 5 level lead. It's
Oh,
dangerously close.
Okay, I was gonna say not dead yet, but Randy Newman taking the fort, so this will win the game right now.
Yes, that's it. 14 minutes. The Butcher claims another victory
and it
for Randy Newman.
A very decisive and quick
Yeah.
victory.
And by the way, the draft is happening. We're in it. Samaru, get him out of here. No thanks. Randy Nudman dropping an angry Samaru face in the draft chat. This is getting spicy.
It's getting tense here, Mark.
Ooh, okay. I think that makes sense. That kind of plays into the dialogue here. Hanzo's been picked up every game, traded back and forth between teams. I think whoever's had Hanzo has won as well.
Yeah, that's accurate.
Here's the Deathwing band. Yup. Randy Newman. What's it gonna be? Maybe Johanna, perhaps? Could be a strong option on this map, but I don't know. I feel like there's better bands. Yeah, so they're gonna go ahead and take out Ariel.
Yeah, I mean, we saw on Sky Temple the power Ariel can still have, and there's lots of things to whip people into on this map.
Yeah, big claps. A lot of big Chungus claps, knocking those skulls down.
Claps.
The Resurrect, by the way. There's the Johanna. I'd kind of expect DTC here. I don't know with the Randys though. You never can really keep track of all of them with their matching names. It's very confusing. Psychological warfare, really. How am I supposed to focus on the game when Randy Nudman is strutting his stuff back and forth? But it's gonna be Alarak and Kel'Thas, both damage dealers, coming out.
Very, very scary start from Randy Newman there.
Next two pickups from Ban Show.
We will forge a great
Anduin variant. Okay, so
Going back to the 1-2 punch they had
Yeah.
there earlier.
little alliance power. Now, the variant is kind of interesting. Like I mentioned, I haven't done a ton of casting this season, but I've watched a fair amount of games, and it seemed like something that popped up later, later in the season, and I believe it was Div A that I was talking with. A variant kind of became like meta-defining, and highly sought after, and like first ban, first pick. So looks like that's, but they do already have a tank.
Right.
So, I mean, is it just going to be the standard vanilla Varian Windblades build?
I don't know, Mark. The possibilities are endless,
Yes.
or at least 3.
Yes, there's so many. I can't keep track of all the possibilities, but there's only 3 of them, so maybe I can. And we'll have to find out. All of the swords coming out as 7th Ace drops into the chat. Welcome, 7th Ace. Welcome, welcome. Hopefully you're having a nice night, and thank you for joining us for the D finals.
Let the games begin.
Ooh, we got a Medivh.
Oh, okay, okay. I like it.
I do too.
And then a Vala as well. I'm very excited for Medivh. I think he's one of my favorite heroes, honestly.
And there's the Stukov.
Stukov response looks pretty good. You can drop the silencing pool on the, the portal exits. Yeah, I'm sure an NGS mod will get that poll rolling on soon. And also, Kenny coming in with a Twitch Prime sub.
Hey.
Thank you so much, Kenny, and welcome. Welcome. So we're going to be moving into game number 4. Infernal Shrines. Been here for 4 games, Kappa. It's been good. The series has been solid. Appreciate that, 7 days, and yes, it really has. This has been what a phenomenal way to wrap up Division D. As we move into game number 4. And I'll start with the right side. The red team band show with Quinal on the Vala, Bluestein on Anduin, Skev 13 on with Johanna, Ronin on the Varian, and then it's gotta be Sushi on the Medivh.
That little birdie there. For Randy Newman, they have Randy Newman once again on Mount Gannis, Nandy Rubin on Kael'thas, Randall Newman on the Malthael, Randy Newman on Stukov, and Randy Newman on Olarak.
How about it? And already they're coming out swinging a nice protect going down onto the Johanna, but she's just gonna be walking away just fine. Big 1, 2, 3, 4-person condemn. Follow-up isn't quite there. Living bombs spreading. Randall Newman being an absolute bully in the top lane. Looks like the results are in. Not too much involvement from those in the chat. But either way, Randy Newman has 67% of the votes here.
Alright, well this is the, kind of the tiebreaker for chat.
Yeah.
And, chat's voting for Game 5.
Yeah, well that would be just absolutely fantastic. Game number 5. On a weeknight here. 11 p.m. We haven't done too much, not too much discussion on the talents, which I do apologize for. You know, one thing that's caught my eye is the Caltrops on Vala. Quest that one. Kind of an interesting pickup, but I think Bancho knows what they're doing here. I don't know if anyone can weigh in on that in the chats. Wait, what's this about Mario Odyssey? Another huge shakeup. Minimum captures went from... I'm a big fan of Mario Odyssey, so please DM me that info.
I don't know what those words mean, I'm not gonna lie.
It's the Super Mario game for the Switch. It's so good. You're a Switch owner, right?
I do. I own 3 games. I have not touched one of them.
Trying not to
Big fan of
cry.
Switch.
I gotta clean my glasses. There's so many tears all over them.
Oh man, the onions. When did the onions get there, Mark?
I don't know, Amanda. It's so late. Why are you cutting onions right now? First shrine phase, by the way. Here it comes. It's spawned. Level 4 is online. There's 2 swords. It's twin blades.
Yep. Which makes sense with their comp.
Oh, Randy Newman, the sadism.
Oh!
He goes down.
Colorax not laughing now.
Yeah, nice pickup from Bancho. And yeah, that's gonna give him a nice little lead on this first objective here.
Oh! Big jump from Varian onto the Kael'thas, but he gets out alright there. Intro did have the man advantage, didn't really too much on the point there while they had it.
Yeah, now they kind of just zoned out Bancho and they have claimed control. Only 10 skulls on the side of Bancho, so still nice and early, plenty of time for both teams here. It's kind of fights breaking out on the shrine itself. Ronan with the twin blades moving in, getting some damage out into Randy Newman. The sleep connects, but he's falling so low. Oh, and the charge, he has 28 HP, but he goes down. Bancho picks up a kill here.
Bancho is still behind on this point. They're just having Varian, it's like on his own, kill things one at a time. Kind of slow. Now he has help.
Yeah.
Oh, Mark, the excitement.
I know, I cannot contain my excitement here as the first objective is going to be going to Bancho. Yeah, they got it. Frozen Punisher marching down the top lane.
Frozen Punisher feels good. It's one you would like to push with, you know, gonna shut down all the buildings for you. It's your Sylvanas when you don't have a Sylvanas. That said, Varian is splitting off though, so...
Yeah, Vala is kind of chipping away at the buildings here. It's not gonna get a whole lot done, but there's a nice freeze. Mal'Ganis going in deep. Uh-oh, Medivh kind of got himself caught out here. He doesn't have protected the Anduin save, though. Coming in so clutch. Blue Steen right there.
Red team's Punisher has fallen.
Yep, Anduin pulls have been on point all night.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty much Anduin and Stukov have been the healers, right? Is that
Except for
Ana?
one RL game.
and one
Oh,
other? Okay.
well. Except for all the times it wasn't that, obviously.
Level 10's right around the corner. Both teams just splitting off, getting their camps done. Prepping up for the next objective. 15 stacks for Medivh. So, got some time left on that one. Uh-oh, NyQuil Fiend is onto something. Maybe it's Falling Sword Light Bomb time.
We're gonna find out very shortly as Bancho has their tins now.
Yeah, NyQuil Fiend, you might need to switch over to Dayquil because this might be going long.
We do not have the falling.
You
No
hate to see
memes
it.
today, sir.
Light Bomb is unlocked, but they do have Medivh, so they can kind of like, you know, charge through the portal with a Light Bomb on and get value, I think, something like that. 10s are here. Malthael is split. Sleep goes down. Just a soft poke. Both teams trading damage. Randy Newman kind of going deep with his sleep. Doesn't connect. Yeah, the alts. It's Phoenix. It's going to be Carrion Swarm, Last Rites, Falling Swipe, Counter-Strike. And then for the side of Bancho, Light Bomb, Shield Wall, Leyline Seal, Blessed Shield, and Rain of Vengeance, of course. I do like the Varian plus Medivh is one of my kind of personal favorite combos. Just protected, by the way.
Another shrine will be ready soon.
Shrine phase spawning up in 15 seconds here. Ooh, maybe an aggressive gank onto Randall Newman with a portal coming out and the Rain of Vengeance. As Bancho picks up a nice kill right before this shrine.
Yeah, they do kind of need to get down there though, because right now Randy Newman's just getting clear for free on this.
Yes, Scab coming in hot with the Johanna, big condemn, zoning out the Randys. And yeah, they did excellent from Bancho, excellent macro play as they got a pick, escorted that Shaman camp to the fort wall. It's gonna Malthael has to respond.
Yeah, so this is a 4v5 right now for Bancho. But Malthael is on his way back in. Big
Yes.
flame strike from Kael'thas, racking up a little, I don't know, skulls, minions, whatever you'd call them on this map. Oh, the silence!
Scab is getting so low. The Johanna might be the first to fall. The Unstoppable gets popped. The Protected is out. It does not go down. There's the Last Rites. Does get the kill. Randy Newman walks through the kill, but a big Leyline Seal connects. Oh, Rowan in the
Varian's
backline on
going
Varian,
in.
trying to clean up, looking for something. They found Kael'thas, Ashlanori Salami, as he goes down.
Love that salami. And the objective, going over to Bancho once again.
Yeah,
Big salami.
there it is. In the bottom lane. Kael'thas just spawning up now. Johanna's slightly behind. But they're still pressuring. John Cena
Oh.
moment happens.
Big jump
Oh.
onto the
Oh.
Malthael.
Oh my
but
gosh.
And the Mal'Ganis. So much happening here, Mark.
Yeah, the Randy Newman Counter-Strike sniping that Anduin, but it doesn't even matter because Mal'Ganis went down. And Bancho's looking very healthy, and they're not stopping there because they get another one. Walking away with 2 kills and a fort. It's pretty good.
Yeah. That went from 0 to 100 real quick with that John Cena. And now Bancho taking the invade onto the camp there.
Yeah, painting the map red. And big Winion scenario going on up top here. And these are going to be able to respond to it. Clear those out. Medivh is just a mere 8.
Oh, oh.
Oh. Randall Newman gets caught out. Medivh getting very close to completing that quest. Being nice and patient.
Experience is still pretty even here, but Bancho definitely with momentum.
Yeah, absolutely. As they might claim another fort. All of their structures are so healthy here. But the Randys keeping up in experience.
There is a camp pushing in the bot lane, but Malthael's come down and clear that up so it doesn't get too much more done.
Lady Ronan weighing in saying, my butt cheeks are tight. I agree. I'm also in that same boat here, Lady Ronan.
It's been tense tonight.
I might have to call a doctor from this 3 hours of sustained clenching.
If only we knew a doctor.
If only.
If only we knew the doctor.
Latest member of the Nexus Cats, the doctor. Shoutouts to him.
Shoutouts to him. He said that we were too nerdy and he wouldn't play D&D with us.
Yeah, what's up with that?
You know?
Hey, I'm gonna play Final Fantasy XIV, a Japanese MMORPG, but no, Dungeons & Dragons, that's too nerdy.
So going into this next objective,
Yes.
both teams will have 16s online. Everybody's got their ults up. It's gonna be a party.
Let's see what Randy Newman can do.
Medivh very close to finishing his quest also.
Just
3
so close.
stacks away.
Picked up another stack there. Shrine is ready to be channeled. Nice control over the lane for Bancho. Randy Newman. Oh, they don't care about clearing the minions. Oh, but the pull on Anduin is so huge, and here comes all of the ults and a big 4-person condemn. But Randy Newman gets the first kill. It's a 1-for-0 trade so far. A nice swipe from Stukov, and wow, how are the Randys still kicking after that?
So many ults there. Good news is Medivh finished his quest. He got past that scary last little bit. But this is looking like it's probably going to be a John Cena for Randy Newman.
Yeah, Randy Newman's first John Cena. Hello World. It's about to be birthed here, live on twitch.tv/Nexus Gaming Series in the D Grand Championship for Season 8.
Bancho opting to go get some camps.
Yeah.
Understanding they can't win the objective. Down a Vala.
Has summoned an arcane punisher.
A 7th ace coming in with the top quality content humor there. Oh my goodness, Medivh.
Well, it's a good thing he had his quest done.
Yeah, he stepped one. He was cheek to cheek with Randy Newman, and he paid.
Oh, Vala!
My
You know,
God,
there's the
what-
Anduin pull in the Aditya.
Fantastic pulls from Blue Steen V2.
But, oh, the jump though.
Red team has destroyed a fort.
Yeah, and that's gonna get a little bit of wall damage here for the Randys. They're trying to go in though. Mal'Ganis gets interrupted here, and all of a sudden the damage is turned out, but he pops the Carrion Swarm. And he's gonna be walking away just fine and dandy. Or should I say, Randy?
Wait. So during all of that, Malthael was having to be back clearing the camps that Bancho had taken during the shrine phase there. So.
Oof, nice
That helped.
feels.
That could have been worse for Bancho.
Yeah, absolutely.
I believe they got a fort during that as well.
Yeah, somehow, we can take a look at the experience breakdown, but Bancho is up in structures. They're ahead in kills, but they are behind next Pete. So this is quite the quandary. I think it's that double. That's that Pale Horse Malthael just kind of doing work on the lanes there.
Yeah, definitely.
Randy's moving up. They smell something in the top lane. They're trying to find a pick here. The Nude Man gets a nice telekinesis, but the silence doesn't connect. And ooh, an amazing range of entrance for the peel. Ooh, and the stun from
Red team has destroyed a fort.
yeah. Little bit of a misplay, but it's okay. That happens. Randy Newman getting a bit too excited with the Mal'Ganis there.
Bancho down 20s. They really don't want this fight. I'm not 100% sure what I was gonna do there, but she's fine. Everything is fine.
Yeah, Kael'thas is going to be an absolute menace now with Flamethrower. Also kind of opting for more of a Flame Strike build, going with the Fury of Sunwell. At 16. Instead of the Ignite. I like this play from Randy Newman. Taking advantage of their 20s. Just getting every last little bit.
Yeah, because Bancho does have all the forts down already, and Randy Newman was just sitting down with one structure that they had gotten down.
Yeah. There's the 20s. A second Leap of Faith charge for Anduin. Oof. I got it. He's gonna be. They're gonna be getting some value out of that for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Now we've got another John. Bancho is here.
Yep. Here they are.
Starting it.
This is 20s.
We've got a camp pushing mid.
All the ults, they're online. Both teams positioning pretty nicely around this objective, just being safe on their own sides. Ronan on the flank, Randy Nudeman on the flank up top. It's like a mirror image going on. Oh, Randy Newman going in with a big sleep, but does not quite land on any... oh no, the light bomb connects with 1, 2, 3, 4 Randys. All of a sudden, Newman is going to have to be backing out on the Stukov. The Leyline Seal connects, and Mal'Ganis is somewhat isolated, but he's blind as a bat. Doesn't even matter. But Stukov in the back line. Oh man, Randy Newman walks away with a kill somehow. Alarak and the Carrion Swarm going out. It's a 1-for-0 so far.
Health bars got so low for Randy. Multiple Randys in that.
Okay, so it was actually Alarak that went down. Maybe I misspoke.
Yes. And Camp's doing work for the teams in the mid and top lane.
Yeah,
Down.
Ronan
Keep
boosting
walls.
on over there to clean that up. Mortar Punisher going over to Bancho.
Summoned a Mortar Punisher.
And yeah, here it is. They're pushing in. They don't have the Varian. See what Bancho does with this. Level 20s. Most of the ults are online. Oh, Randall Newman just dropped. This might be bad news. 45% remain for this Punisher.
Blue team's core is under attack.
And yeah, I think this might be
This
a
might be it.
Bancho. Yeah. Oh no, the sleep gets interrupted by the John Cena. That's gotta feel bad here. That is gonna conclude the Division D Season 8 Nexus Gaming Series. Yeah, that's it. That's all.
That's it. It's over right now. Bye.
Yep. Goodbye. Yep. See you later, y'all.
Mark is going to sleep right now.
No, we try to do a quick quick interview here. If we can just get let's see, is Ronan captain? Is that right? Or is it
I believe it's Boosty.
Blue Steen? Okay, that sounds right. So let me just go ahead and send them a whisper here. And what a series! I didn't even ask. I just said interview, no question mark. Oops.
There really is no option here.
Anyone in chat, if you have questions, please, now is the time to prepare them, because we're gonna bring the Div D Grand Champions. Bancho. So, alright, I am going to connect to the NGS lobby. One of them there. Lobby number 1, it looks like. Okay, you found me. Whew.
Oh, you're pretty hidden there.
Want me to hop in now? Yeah, you know what, Blue Steen? Maybe let's take 20 minutes and then we'll do the interview. No. But wow, what a great series. Oh.
What's up?
Hey.
Hello, welcome, and congratulations. We're getting all the Bancho. Bring them all in. That's fine. How?
We got Cho and Gall number 2 and Gall number 3.
Yes, that's right.
Well, you guys did it. It was quite an intense series just to watch. So what's going through your heads right now?
Man, just pure excitement. That's so awesome. I can't believe you just won the whole damn thing.
Yeah, you guys did. And backing up real quick, we know you. What's the background with Bancho? We know you guys played at least last season here, but what's the history with the team?
Majority of us, except for Ronan's our first free agent signing. We hired a scout, and then he ended up picking up Ronan.
Oh.
But other than that, no, we. But other than that, the rest of us, we all grew up together. We're all Toronto guys.
Okay,
fantastic. Yeah. So we've been playing the game, I don't know, since beta probably together. So it's been good.
So how far have y'all made it in the past? Have you guys hit playoffs before? Have you guys been, how far have you guys been?
Yeah, we've been to the playoffs, but honestly, I don't know if we've had the moniker of choking. I feel like we've had a top seed going into the playoffs before, and then we blew it. And then in Heroes Lounge as well, we didn't advance out of the group stage. So this was definitely our biggest and most confident run, and I think our season was really good and really strong, so it just translated well.
Yeah, very nice. I just from my experience with y'all, it seems like you never really come out of the gate swinging, but you're very consistent, very patient. I'm just mean early game. It's nothing crazy.
Right.
You guys are kind of reserved, but you just never give up, and you just make not very many mistakes. So it's been a pleasure to watch y'all, and I just want to say thanks for eliminating the Nexus Cats. That was really great. I was happy to go to playoffs, but I think I was good. Round 1, I was ready to be done. So thank you guys.
Yeah, Logic states you guys are the second best team in the league.
See,
Yeah,
we're calling
you would if we didn't make it, you would have made it. It was just one. It was one or the other.
Yeah, it's 11:40 p.m. nearly for me, so I agree with that. That makes sense to me.
Yeah.
My last question is going to be for any number of people can answer. I want to know what is your favorite moments from the series. Anything stood out, or crazy plays, or things in comms. What stood out to y'all?
For me, it was such a battle from beginning to end in every single match from draft all the way through. Like there was that one game in game 2 when the Abathur made the call to steal the point bottom to get
Yeah.
those last few shots.
Yes.
Oh, God.
Like everyone was going insane over here.
I
Because
believe it.
nobody, the four of us really weren't ready for that play, and he was like, our Abathur Shusu was just like, I'm taking the point, and then we're like, holy fuck, okay, go.
Yeah.
And we thought maybe we had a chance to win it with when Sylv went back for the katas. Like we're like, oh, is it going to end here? It was just so much going through our heads. Like I couldn't even process it fast enough. All I knew was that ETC could stage dive on, so we were like, that's our best bet. But I think Abba sneaking in there and getting like the first 5 shots really secured that game. That was an insane play. And also picking Medivh on the last game, that was an immense call too. It was not part of the plan really.
Okay.
And getting all those like unstoppables and protects into the Alarak was just, it made life so much easier.
Yeah, definitely. I love that. The Varian plus Medivh just protected all the time. It's so fantastic.
Yeah, and also screw their Stukov, man. He kept swiping away my light bombs.
Right.
That was super frustrating. Yeah, I'm like light bombing, and then it's like bam, 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 bam. I was like, oh, forget this game.
Yeah, there was a lot of light bombs kind of out in nowhere because of the Stukov.
There were like corners going nowhere. It was nuts. But that, like, kudos to Randy Newman too. Like, they're an unbelievable team.
Yes.
Those first 2 games could have obviously gone either way. They play such crazy heroes in comps. It's like it really keeps you on your toes. Yeah, it's tough to draft against them. It's tough to ban against them. You doubt yourself. You're like, okay, we're letting Alarak through. Oh, we're letting so and so through, and butchered us to death. So it's tough to play them. It's tough to play them.
Yeah, the Samaru in game number 1 was just getting so much value, just doing insane amounts of hero damage, siege damage, soaking.
It took one taunt though.
Right.
It took one taunt, and that was it. So that's also a big moment, I think, for us. That taunt was impeccable timing.
All right, Lulu, I'm gonna kick it over to you. Any questions you have for the Div D Grand Champions? Bancho, they're here.
So question about the Sky Temple game. No, we kind of talked about how it ended, but like how did you guys? How are you feeling? How do you come back in that game from being in a really rough spot?
Yeah, down 2 keeps to a lot of structures. Yeah.
We just kept our, like you said, we just tried to stay as composed as possible. When there was after that big team fight where they ended up capping both objectives, and we lost bot to the boss, I think, and then we lost mid to the objective. That really turned around. We knew that we could, when we saw that they were on boss, I think we felt like it's now or never. Like if they get that boss, it's over. So if what happened was they forced our hand, and there was really only one possible response. And I don't know if it was a risky play on their part or not. It may have seemed safe at the time, but it probably was one of the only ways that we could have got back into the game, and we were able to react fast enough and take it.
That's true. Yep.
And before we started that game, we're like, okay guys, like we suck at the Sky Temple boss, so we have to figure out when to do it and when not to do it. So I guess it helps us if someone else does it and makes the decision for us.
Fair enough.
All right. Well, I think that's all I have for y'all. I just want to say congratulations, of course. It was an absolute pleasure. You guys deserve it. Maybe go get some rest. And any shout-outs, any messages you have, any final thoughts, concluding things to kind of wrap up the season, the floor is yours, Bancho.
I'm gonna shout out Spice, who he hasn't been able to play all playoffs, and I feel really bad because he's an unbelievable player. Shout out to Spice, and then also shout out to Shusui's wife, who his internet crapped out this morning So he literally is playing at my house, like right next to me. We're kind of having like a little mini LAN session.
What? Oh my
Yes.
gosh, that is so epic. That's awesome.
Yeah, so kudos to her for taking care of their newborn while he came here to play HOTS for us.
True
How old is
MVP.
the baby?
Damon, you want to answer that one?
Yeah, thanks. Thanks to my wife. Love you. You know, couldn't have done this without you.
Yeah, thanks
That's
to my fiance who cooked her Fat Friday meal without my help. So thanks for doing that on your own. But yeah, no, I think that's it. Shout out to all the guys. Shout out to Sluggadin who's watching us. He's got 2 newborns, so he was not able to play much this season. Oh, Lady Ronan, you can
Lady
do that.
Ronan, thank you, babe. I love you for letting me be a free agent this season and do my thing.
She was in the
So-
chat supporting you.
She's supporting him all the time. Like every match we play, she's in chat. It's remarkable.
Yeah, it's awesome.
And you guys should check out their casts when they cast in the Zuljin Invitational.
Ooh,
Oh,
Why am I the
yeah,
one
I like
promoting
it.
you, man? You should be
Ooh.
promoting yourself, Ronan.
Oh yeah, Lady Ronan cast, the Ronans. Check it out.
Is that just twitch.tv/Ronan or Lady Ronan or
Lady Ronan 89.
fantastic?
Thanks to you guys for casting. Like,
Oh gee, I
Yeah.
thought you'd never say. Man, thank you so much.
it's
And
literally,
hey,
it's almost midnight. Like, it's
oh
insane.
yeah, you know it's all right. I got work tomorrow. It's no big deal.
Mark loves it when he has to stay up late.
Uh-huh,
Favorite
yes.
thing.
No, I'm glad you picked it up. You're an entertaining caster, so
Oh,
it's gonna be
gee,
fun. to-
no, no,
that
it's
much
okay.
Seriously, yeah. So thank you.
Thank you. Well, I'm actually about an hour and a half away from Toronto, so yeah. If you ever
Oh,
wanna...
there you go.
you
Leafs
wanna
won
link up?
tonight. Woo.
Okay, well, thank you so much, Bancho. Congratulations. Go get some rest or celebrate, whatever you gotta do. You're the champions. You did it.
Return to your own house and your wife and your kids.
Maybe that's probably Rise. Yes.
I guess. Okay.
Right. Take care.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Bye.
Let us reconnect with Lulu, and wrap this up. Hello, Lulu. Hello.
Oh, Mark, hello.
Hey. Yeah, that's it. We're done. Thank you so much, Lulu, for setting this up and joining me here tonight. I had a phenomenal time.
Yeah, thanks for doing all the hard work for me, Mark. And
Oh,
it was a ton of fun, as always. Especially, Div D, best division in NGS.
It really is. It's been such an awesome time. My experience in NGS, and I want to thank each and every player and staff member and people that make this all possible. Yeah, everyone in chat, thank you so much. And we'll see you next time. We got a raid. It's gonna be kicking off soon. I think we're gonna go over to TTV Slexia, by the way, as she's just streaming and chilling, playing HOTS. And yeah, that's all. Goodbye.